Frustrating. It's it really starts with our offense getting shut out. It's not who we are. That's unacceptable. Never saw that coming. I think we had 5 trips, to their side of the field and came away with no points. And just again, that's as a play caller, that starts with me. When you walk away with no points, there's a huge amount of accountability that I got to take for that. But it was just a overall very frustrating day. I think we did some things that were very unorthodox on offense for us. Just penalties, silly penalties that were controllable on our end. And some possessions where we had opportunities at points and didn't walk away with anything. It was frustrating.
What are your thoughts on the team's effort?
Well, I thought defensively, I saw some really good things. I mean, they pressured him. He didn't have a lot of time in the pocket with 3 or 4 sacks, got a turnover, had an opportunity at another one, I know. They got us on a 0 beater, where was something we'd practiced. We were ready for it, and they still got us for a touchdown. So there was some held them 3 points in the second half, It's just, if my memory serves correctly. So there was some effort, I didn't see a lack of effort. I just saw a lack of attention to detail maybe on offense that really showed up. That was disappointing.
What do you think for the reason for so many drops today, and how big were those drops?
Yeah, but it was everything. It wasn't just drops. It was. I think everybody involved in the offense has got to own up to that performance today.
Zach, Joe had a kind of a unique down demeanor on Wednesday. Did you notice anything different from him this week?
No.
You had a lot of conviction after Pittsburgh that you guys were going to be in this until the very end.
Yeah.
Is it stunning the fact that you're sitting here with 3 weeks to go and?
Yeah, I think it's frustrating to score 0 points, get shut out at home. That's unacceptable. Never in a million years would I've seen that coming. But that's what happened today. So now we got to look at why that happened, and we got to be accountable for it, and keep moving forward.
Zach, why do you think you and your group of coaches, administration, top to bottom, are the right group to lead your?
Yeah, I believe in everybody we got.
You're down 17-0. I believe that drive that ended in the pick six took like 8 minutes. Anything you guys could have done there to try to speed that up?
We had some personnel issues, certainly, with some injuries that we were trying to balance there. Moments we went tempo, moments we decided huddle and try to make sure we got points on the board.
So otherwise, y'all been eliminated from playoff contention since 2020. How tough is that for 3 weeks to go to 9?
Yeah, it's frustrating. This is a team that I thought was a talented team that was going to have a chance to do big things this year.
What was your message in the locker room just now?
Very similar.
Was Joe sharp in practice throughout the week?
Yes.
How do you feel like you played today?
I'll let him speak to that, but I know that there's some plays that he's going to want to come back.
2 weeks ago, you guys were able to do anything at will, really, against Baltimore on Thanksgiving. Today, did anything surprise you that they brought?
I wouldn't say that. I would say, it maybe looked easier than it really was. Our defense is 5 turnovers, 5-0. Early on, we kicked field goals in that game. When you like to come away with touchdowns, they made it really hard. So we knew that wasn't, people were going to say that, that we won how we won and that was easy for us. It wasn't, it was far from easy. We scored on 2 third downs in that game, touchdowns. So we knew that this game was going to be very difficult, and we put a lot of time and effort into the plan and the practice. And I got to today feeling really good about where we're at. And again, I'm not going to say that there was a single area, particularly on offense, that we're going to say that was nearly good enough. It wasn't even close to good enough anywhere, starting with me. And so that part was frustrating.
Why has complementary football been difficult for this team to find this season?
Yeah, that's a hard one for me to answer. It hasn't been good enough.
Where do y'all go from here 3 games out? What's the main objective?
Find a way to win. Just approach every single week as if we're still in it. We still got something to play for, and that's our responsibility, and that's what we're going to continue to do.
Aside from just overall wins, what would you like to see the most as you guys finish out the season?
Wins would be the number one thing.
What did you see from guys this week? Obviously, you had slim playoff hopes coming in. It was a big game at home against Baltimore.
Yeah, it was important to everybody. I didn't see anything. And again, this is, if you told me our defense was going to sack him as many times and harass him in the pocket and create a turnover and hold him 3 points in the second half, I'd sign up for that. So again, just wholesale as a team, we weren't good enough today.
Fans are going to want to obviously see some changes over the next 3 weeks or so, giving them hope for 2026. What is your message to the fans?
Just hang with us. It's been frustrating. We're still pouring our heart and soul into this thing and find a way to win, and it's been a frustrating season. I understand that.
Just to follow up on that, I know you're just looking at this game, but looking big picture, 3 years of not making the playoffs, what would you like to say to the fans that will give them a vote of confidence that you guys can get this right and they won't be feeling like this next
Yeah,
year?
I've got great confidence. I mean, we come to work every single day. I believe in the guys we got in this locker room, coaches and players, and frustrating season so far. We still got a couple games left.
How do you,
Zach, why was Joe in there on that last possession?
Tough. We just ended in a pick six. Didn't give Flacco any time to warm up in 0-degree temperature, basically. So try to manage it. Just hand the ball off, throw a quick game, things that would keep him out of harm's way. Obviously, tough spot to be in. I'd say if it was anything other than 0 degrees, we probably would have quickly made the change and forego that warm up. But again, just tried to, as we called it, kept him out of harm's way with just any throw we made, the ball's coming out quick.
now that you are officially eliminated, how do you keep players' heads in it for the last 3 weeks to keep going every day?
They're professionals, and that's why you build the locker room the way you do it, so that you don't have to worry about guys like that. Guys that they know how important this is, not only for themselves and their career, but for all the work this team has put in. And through good times and bad, go out there and put your best foot forward, and I absolutely trust that these guys will do that. Okay, thank you.